From the latest Iranian-made centrifuges to radiopharmaceuticals, Iran flaunts its recent advances in the nuclear industry at this expo. Dozens of local companies active in the nuclear industry have taken part at this exhibition to give visitors an image of how far Iran has gone in this field, despite all the Western pressure. One of the outstanding achievements Iran unveiled at the expo is the cesium-137 radioisotope. The material is produced from the nuclear fission of plutonium and uranium. Cesium can emit beta and gamma rays. It is used in radiotherapy and calibration sprints, as well as industrial gauges. Experts say Iran used to import cesium-137 from other countries.
Our industry needs to use cesium-137 for precision instruments, so we had to produce this material. Earlier, we used to import it. We paid staggering prices to buy it. This is why we had the capability to produce it on our own.
When we talk about Iran's nuclear program, uranium enrichment is what comes in mind. But the country has in recent years been working to diversify the nuclear applications, stepping into areas such as radiomedicine and particle accelerators, used for food irradiation and radiotherapy.
In comparison to, I can say, 95% of other countries, we have the ability to produce particle accelerators. For now, our accelerators generate rather low amounts of energy and current, but we are on the same track that other countries beat to develop their accelerators. And we are aiming at a high speed by relying on our indigenous know-how.
Since Iran indigenized its nuclear industry in 2006, it has constantly been haunted by sanctions over what the West calls fears of a nuclear bomb, something which Tehran has vehemently rejected, saying its nuclear program pursues only civilian and peaceful purposes. In the latest such controversy, the International Atomic Energy Agency claimed that it had found uranium at a purity level of 83.7% at the Fordo fuel enrichment plant in central Iran. The country's Atomic Energy Organization denied the allegation, saying Iran has never attempted to enrich uranium beyond the 60% threshold.
Our collaboration with the IAEA is based on the framework of NPT and additional protocol. We are working with a nuclear watchdog within this framework. In the past year, the 4 disputed locations where highly enriched uranium was reportedly found have been reduced to 2 spots. The exchange of visits is still ongoing, and we hope that issues related to the 2 other locations will also be settled.
The now defunct 2015 nuclear deal, also known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA, had worked out very well in settling the long-standing rift between Tehran and the West, but only for 2 years, and before the U.S. unilaterally walked out of the accord in 2018 and reinstated sanctions against Tehran, seeking, quote, a better deal. The multilateral agreement promised sanctions relief for Iran in return for the country curtailing its nuclear activities. But Washington's unexpected withdrawal prompted Iran to take retaliatory steps by scaling back its commitments to the pact. Those steps included enriching uranium to 60% purity, well beyond the 3.67% cap set out by the deal. The Vienna discussions between Iran and the remaining parties to the 2015 deal, which aimed to revive the JCPOA and get Washington and Tehran back to compliance, have remained stalled since August last year, with Iran and the U.S. stuck in a standoff, each asking the other side to concede. Iran says it will return to full compliance only if the U.S. removes all its sanctions against Tehran. As the nuclear deal remains in limbo, Iran has been ratcheting up its atomic program, something which is seen as a message that the Western measures have not disrupted its nuclear industry, while the policy of the Raisi administration is to avoid restricting the country's economy over dealing with the West. Tehran says the doors for negotiations are always open. Yusuf Jalali, RT, Tehran.